development bike. Bradley Smith, also a wild card on the Aprilia, but it's all about the young Frenchman, 20 years old now. The youngest man, very warm track, 43 degrees is getting up there. If it gets much warmer, this track here, 2.7-mile racetrack, this one. Brand new tarmac. Earlier on in the year, every outright lap record for each class has been broken this week. It's been a Sammy Hoopier. I can't believe he knows so much about football.
Well, I did him massive Liverpool fans, and they'll be tuned to Meeting Sports on Tuesday, I'm sure.
Equalised this weekend. It hasn't, if that's the word I can use, because it just isn't quite right. You get the feeling he's on.
Well, he did crash at one point. He tipped over him entering into pit lane when he had an issue with the motorcycle. This year, luckily for Marc Marquez, it's not been in the race. So,
well, I don't know.
Well, we've had two sprockets, haven't we? Two sprocket issues, one with Lorenzo, one with Marquez.
Was that a sprocket issue in Texas? I wasn't sure about that because they said there wasn't a sprocket issue, but who knows with Honda? They don't tell us anything. Sorry. Have to get it out of the way. Have to get it out of the way. Dan Helmet, race winner. Joanne's
now, well,
off
everybody
off the scale.
Well, especially on this point, number 20 years old, first ever pole position, first lap, Keith.
Well, he stalled it, if you remember, going back to the beginning of the year, and hopefully from that pole position, the MotoGP of Spain is away, and it's a great start from the turn one. There's Dobby to his shoulder. Dobby gets lifted. Dobby gets lifted twice. Dobby goes back. Morbidelli from 20. Quattararo, they're chasing down Marc Marquez in turn 3 already. Right back to 5th place. That's a disaster for him.
Like Rossi got a good start. He's getting.
He had to start. He went into Q1 and he didn't get in the top 2 to go through to Q2. So Rossi starts from the 5th. Early for that, but the old
Yamaha wasn't slow.
No, it wasn't slow at all. Well for him at the moment. And you know these two boys, the Morbidelli particularly, has looked good. We caught a GP team on the Honda, but now he's had that Yamaha. He's having a look at Quattararo.
Fabio Quattararo, his pace in FP4, Keith, well, it's the only person that
was having a good look at Quattararo there. Quattararo not too keen to really stick it in too hard in this early one, the young Frenchman, so it is going to be leading over the line at the end of the first lap of 25. Marc Marquez also Rins is 6th, Petrucci is 7th, Crutchlow is only 8th at the moment with old teammate Jack Miller as well. There he is, forcing his way up the inside of Nakagami. It looked like
somewhere on that Ducati. He's on the latest bike for the first time in his career, but he's turned up here and it looks like
that's all. Marquez just squeaking away at the front at the moment. Marquez then that opening of all weekend. I wonder how cool this Frenchman can be at 20 years old. A lot of pressure. Yes, there was, because he made it. He made one.
There was a slight gap. That was like opening a can of beer, made it bigger. There's an analogy for you. You've never heard before in race comments.
You said it, not me. Marquez being chased hard by Morbidelli. Morbidelli's got the pace, growing in stature by every single lap that he passes around here in Jerez. We come to the end of the second lap then. Petronas sponsor, well, okay, that's money, but the Sepang International Circuit that's running for the factory, that's for sure. Whoa, they run it a bit hot there. The Ducati ran out wide and Maverick all over him. That's Rins we're looking back at, the 42. There's Petrucci behind him on the number 9 bike.
Rins looks good, doesn't he? Rins, where was he on the grid? He was down in 9th. He's all about race pace. 23 laps to go, we need to start looking. With 10 laps
to look after them pretty well, and that, for me, would be the biggest problem that Marquez may have. Those two M1 Yamaha.
P1, he put a hard rear tyre in that bike, and he's not taking it out apart from doing a few quality does, and the tyre will stay with him.
Dobby's looking vulnerable, in that 5th place at the moment, this moment in time. Look forward to him now. There's one thing that thing isn't short of his horsepower, but you've only got one of its big guns. Marquez can't get away here from Morbidelli. He's
just so difficult, Keith, to pass. Because you see how much the Suzuki lost the Ducati, but that was a lot.
Turn 1, on to turn 2. Turn 2, drop getting in there hard. It's funny that I read something from Jorge Lorenzo where he said that on his date, exactly what you talked about already. So
just such a win, doesn't it, Keith? It's that downhill approach with...
Oh, scary. 1 point. 1 point for Jorge Lorenzo.
To the second behind his teammate. And we all said, he looks like he's going to be on for a podium. It just destabilises him.
He's tough. He comes back out yet on the Honda. It's a job in progress, isn't it?
Well, I think if he rides a motorcycle, having it very long, stable, high, so it's a bit easier to change direction, a little bit more nervous, and you sort of know that's never going to work for him.
One thing that was significant, though, which is unusual, isn't it? Marquez looking at his teammate to see where he may have an advantage. Marquez 8-2 in there, and he is the man that is in 6th place, chasing down Dobby yet again. I'll get there in a minute. Morbidelli from Fabio Quattararo. Might just be having a bit of a struggle. No surprises there. We've got a complete outright new.
Just thought the pace will be a fraction hotter by about 0.3.
Long way.
Yeah, there's still a chance.
And I still don't know whether the tyre distance yet. We've done more long runs on the hard tyres than anyone else. They're not using the fourth tyre. New construction is on. Michelin have brought 4 tyres front and rear for this, but they haven't really gone with one must have been reasonably happy with what they've got.
There's one thing for sure, Keith. These two...
No, it wasn't. Here comes Rins. This time he's made it stick at the Jorge Lorenzo here.
Here we go.
Yeah, and it's
and that's frustrating. Good on the brakes and comes across him for the second half of the race. Like the race will come to him.
That was fractionally naughty, actually. Dobby took up all...
It's almost a compliment to Rins who did that, because he knew if he didn't do that...
Yeah, Rins will let him off and go straight. Andrea Dovizioso, who's up into 5th place again. Rins has got him. Dobby's going to take the maximum points out of this race as he can, as the Yamahas are running away in 2nd and 3rd. Oh, that was hot. Now then, if he loses touch with his teammate, that might be trouble for the young Frenchman.
Yeah, just turned 20. It's going to be a MotoGP rider, certainly a Yamaha MotoGP race, where experience comes in. And that's, the more it's when you end up with that floaty feeling, when you've no grip.
Well, Rins has certainly dealt with Dovizioso. Getting the power on as quick as you can on the Suzuki to give yourself the place, the part of the track you want.
Rins went past, then he'll have definitely wiped Dovizioso's nose. That's the unspoken rule.
So
it's better to go around the outside.
And Petrucci on the number 9, almost so having not a happy time either here during the course of free practice and qualifying. Hopefully he will finish the race and will score good points here.
There, number 36 in the back of the shot. He's in 11th place. They're all lapping very
still with Jack Miller. Number 46, Valentino Rossi. He's got the 43 of Jack Miller to do so. Pecco Bagnaia down the road on the 63 machine. That is the other Millers on the 2019 version. Everything okay there, which is great. Just can't get it restarted. Really with the speed of these races, even rejoining points are not likely. Here we go then, end of the lap down. In 3rd place it would seem to me. Now then, 4th place is still Maverick Vinales, and then we go back to 0.7.
Yeah, fastest lap on that.
Yeah.
That's more like, a 37 point. I'm watching Marc Marquez' riding style, his body language. He doesn't look like he's...
Exactly that, I would think. He's very good at conservation as well. So 38.1, 6/10 under the 2015 lap record here. Keep taking the... In fact, Alex Rins, if you look at the Suzuki top-class wins of Maverick Vinales, but they were in days where the track wasn't in as solid. Yeah. Really, Texas was the first
out-and-out, proper, dry, fair era.
So,
gets a bit tight there, Keith.
It does. Well, yeah, that's Cal Crutch. And you were right when you sit down on the grid. First time they get a chance to go up here. No one's practiced this.
No
one really
that was tough. Quartararo. Yeah, I think I'll just throw my shoulder on your front tyre.
He's 20.
He's 20, Keith, and do you know what? He's got absolutely nothing to lose.
Nothing.
If there's a chance of a podium, which currently he's sat in 3rd place.
Well, French
he's worth exactly. Might just be going through the roof.
I think they're already sold out after what he's doing here, that's for sure, because last year they bought them. Now it's Fabio Quartararo, superstar, that's coming good. So, Marc Marquez just gets his easing away from the 2 Petronas Yamahas. Still Maverick Vinales is hunting. He's always a late race charger, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. Morbidelli must have made a mistake on this lap.
Around here, isn't it? You just go a millimetre off onto the rumble strip a bit too tall. And before you...
He's closing this gap down. He doesn't quite like standing on top after it, and the whole world is patting you on your back just to find that in the time.
Says it all. 0.6 then. Back to Morbidelli and Fabio Quartararo now.
Yeah.
Even in the time it took them to put that marker on his board.
That's right. And on that lap.
Yeah, and he knows that. I wouldn't mind betting that that's the reason why he's upped his pace.
That's exactly what I was
Alex Rins still hasn't closed it with quite the rate that I thought he would, though. He can't really wind its neck and spin it like he might do. Otherwise, he'll have nothing left at the end of this. Vinales is right there, but this is the man we were talking about. That's not going to do him any good being out there.
Yeah. That's the difference with MotoGP now, isn't it? We've said it before. Make mistakes.
Well, we've done, 9 laps, and there's only...
Morbidelli's lost a bit of rhythm now, hasn't he? As soon as that elastic band breaks,
to get a little loose now.
Oh, here comes his teammate. Oh,
that's going to be tight. And with 3:44 when we started this, it'll probably be up in the 50s now. Once the sun starts here, I was talking about Morbidelli, and you start to lose that rhythm once it starts. And that's not a problem. But then when that front starts to just tuck under a little bit.
That's the problem. The rear, you can turn to chewing gum.
you
and
got
you
a
can't
problem.
do anything. You've literally to let go of the motorcycle. If you grip it, that do its own thing.
Marquez well and truly away now. Quartararo looked, kept his cool there. It was almost a Danny Pedrosa on the two Ducatis last year there. Just then, that was Danny Pedrosa cool. But cool, you know, Fabio. It's quite easy when someone's running on to follow them, isn't it? You almost get sucked into going the...
2 times junior world champion when he was 30. Well, he was junior world champion at 13 and 14 because he was that good. They changed the rules for him, really.
They changed the rules. I mean, they went from the earliest entry normally. Here's Rins. Rins on. Yes, good job. Slotted the off. He could have got that so wrong. So Rins then goes up in front of Maverick Vinales. That's going to annoy Vinales.
It's fastest lap.
And you would, wouldn't you? That's what I'm saying. He's got that maturity to be a MotoGP rider. Was early to sign him because he was signed very early in the year. But I had it in my mind, if you remember,
Yeah. We were all still surprised because at the time,
it was early.
It almost looked like Danny Pedrosa would ride a Yamaha really well. So it was a bit of a... Well, it was a week later, it was announced that he was going to ride in MotoGP. We're all going, hang on a minute. Quartararo did well.
Reason. That's another thing that was there. It was a junior team to bring on these motor situation like we've had here this weekend. The two independent teams supplied with Maverick Vinales has, and here we have a 1 and 2 on the grid from the Petronas team, and they're kitulating them. It was through gritted teeth yesterday, that's for sure.
You know what, there's a lot to be said. He's got that bike, and he's not changing it at all. He's not messing around with head angles. I've heard this about like fork springs and stuff like that, but the general base setting of that bike is leaving alone whilst it's a week. But you have to really, as you're constantly trying to develop the motorcycle, make it better. Quartararo, well, he didn't have any extra bits. It's like, there's the motorcycle.
Well,
get on with it.
They were slightly embarrassed. Asking
Second group, the man who looks the most vulnerable is Franco Morbidelli. He's used to as well. These two had a pretty close look at each other in a battle in Austin a couple of weeks ago. Motor Racing's manager, his priority is the factory team, but to see Fabio Quartararo, everybody at Yamaha is going to come out in sympathy for the Frenchman. Simon, I think you've got some right comments. When he put the gear lever up, it looked like it was touching. It was touching. It turned and it started to change gear. Something as simple as that. I never mentioned guys with me here at Tomaso, the Cobb. I spoke to a few riders and they said from 10 laps to go on, group front boys. They said it's really hard on the front tires at this track. What do you think?
Alex Rins will be in front and doing quite well. We're still
Falling off in this time. Is there more chance of crashing in this time? Thank you, Geraint Amasso, while we've been speaking there. Places now. Yeah, so he was looking vulnerable, Steve. And he's just running out. He's trying to find a way through on Jack Miller, who has been unable then wide. Valentino Rossi must be sick to the back teeth of this view. He's only been able to evaluate and assess the strengths and weaknesses of Jack Miller on the GP19, that's for sure. His move up the inside into turn 13. He's looking too wide though. He's fine. And Alex Rins in second, but still has a huge advantage. Vinales third. It's the two as yet. Yeah, I was going to say Vinales is going to have a big job on his hands holding off the two factory Ducatis. There's nothing between their lap times. Coming in this weekend, Jorge Lorenzo fighting for 2 points against that attack of Jack Miller. He's up the inside close the corner, and finally, 7 laps to go for Rossi to try and make up another place or two to keep him this weekend between Lorenzo and Paul Espargaro. Didn't see this one coming at all, but Wayne was going to really kickstart his Honda career to his first Ducati. A bit of a lonely second place here right now. He's got almost 2 seconds over Maverick Vinales. Trying to keep at bay the two Ducatis behind. They're lapping similar at the moment. Been job so far though done by Vinales. He's been completely overshadowed recently by his team. Cal Crutchlow is about to fall behind the boss as well. Valentino Rossi tonight to come. Good fight, Franco Morbidelli. He's dropping back through the pack now. Rossi has indeed crossed stat, really, when you think about